Can I be a part of a tree talk session, please?
Oh shit! I just realized that shit.
I have something divine.
Where do y'all think y'all will be in 5,000 years?
On another planet.
Why you feel that?
Cause energy. You know what I mean? It never is destroyed. It only transforms.
Energy can be created or destroyed, only transferred.
Right.
First law of thermodynamics.
Well, if you ask me, it's only if you ask me, and you did ask me.
We did.
In 5,000 years.
Random question. I feel like people
know.
don't think about shit like that.
I think I'm just gonna.
People only think about their
floating.
People only think about their life on this planet as it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like people know that they're gonna die, but nobody wants to talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, what it is because nobody knows what happened when you die.
Yeah, the unknown is so scary. It's fearful.
But the fear, the concept of death was taught to us. We was taught to fear that concept.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say, some people fear death, some people revere death, some people welcome it.
It's respect, because it's like I said, it's a part of life. It's a life cycle.
Exactly.
So you gotta accept it. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that's inevitable.
Yeah.
You should only
love it,
embrace it.
That's how I feel.
That's it.
Why should you fear it if it's coming anyway?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. You didn't fear being born.
Should you live life like you're already dead?
You should live life
like you already
know
died.
You're going to die.
Yeah. You have to live.
But pretty much you are something. In a sense, you already died. Like,
I have a question.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we were born into this world, we had no recollection.
Mm-hmm.
We had no conscience, no theory, we had no type of thought before we was born. We have no idea that we wasn't born yet. So why do we think that after we die that we're gonna have I guess an afterlife?
We're gonna be granted like some.
I'm saying you had no thoughts before you was here, so what makes you think you're gonna be having, an afterlife after you leave here?
Well, to say, how do we know we didn't have no thoughts before we was here? Just because we don't remember that.
Can you remember it? You don't remember anything.
Can't remember
Listen,
anything.
this is the best part of this to me, because I think about this a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't know what happened before you were born, right? Or you don't remember that, you don't recall that, but you do remember your first memory. Do you remember your first memory?
My first memory.
Like, do you remember your first time just knowing, like
the first memory you can ever just pull back out? The first memory.
The first memory. My first memory is my granddad coming home, slamming the door. I was eating some oatmeal. I was like 3 or 4 years old, at a glass table. He came in and slammed the door and said he can't stand these goddamn blankets. You know what I'm saying?
Crackers.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said crackers. So I remember that. But before that, I don't remember anything. That's the first memory that I can recall.
Out of all memories, why that memory? Why that memory?
I don't know. I think because it was a combination of shit. Like I'm eating some Power Rangers oatmeal, which I'm enjoying. I'm at the glass table. I remember that it was glass because I could see through it. So young, you like, why can I see through this table?
Mac Miller said it, bro. No, who else said that? Big Sean said it. All we got is memories.
Yeah.
Memories.
So
have you seen that movie? It's an animated movie with it's a Hispanic movie, but there's something about their dead that's like
Coco.
Yeah, Coco. That was a great movie. That was a great movie.
I seen it. I gotta watch it again.
You gotta watch that movie. If you haven't seen Coco, watch that movie.
I heard a lot of good things, but I mean, I've seen it, but I totally forgot the message behind it.
It's just like their concept of death could be. I mean, it could be true. Like, you never know. Nobody knows what death is like or after the afterlife.
Okay, so my bad. You know how people come out looking like I might come out looking like my granddad or my great granddad, right? So what if when you born, it might be you coming in the form of another ancestor, or maybe y'all could have even merged, because like how our DNA is connected. So you might not be that same exact ancestor, but I feel like it's a merging of like spirits in a form. You know what I mean? Like how you might walk like your dad. You never even seen your dad before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you might look just like him or had the same choice of drink.
What I do believe though is that we have our ancestors around us. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like guardian
Our angels.
You know, that whole
Yeah,
concept?
that's how I feel.
I do believe in that.
I believe in that as well.
Yeah.
Do I believe it? I would say I don't believe in reincarnation. I believe in incarnation, but to do it again, no. I don't believe in that. I feel that, you know, before we were here, our conscious spark or whatever was connected with, you know, the source, you know,
Right.
we call it God, you know. Then I feel like that conscious spark became conscious of itself in a sense. Like it was aware that, okay, I am here.
Right.
So it kind of like, in a sense, separated from the source. But
Yeah.
it was all an illusion. You know,
That's us.
That's us.
That's us.
It's really
Right.
all an illusion.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Like
But-
time.
The way
But
you
it is
explain
that ego or that
Yeah.
that mindset, that psyche that we have that makes it seem like it's all separated.
So it's like the moment we stop disconnecting ourselves and just kind of separating ourselves from ourselves and just be.
Just come.
Exactly, just
Yeah.
be.
Just be. You remember
Just be.
when Moshe asked, when he was talking to burning bush, I was like, what should I tell them who you are? He's like, I am, I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be.
Be what I be.
Right.
There's
He's like,
Exactly.
that's what we gotta be.
no,
Be
there's
what
no,
you be.
at
just
that
gotta
point
be.
there's no label, there's no,
Yeah, when you put no image,
there's
no
no
label,
box. There's no box around that.
no words,
Something that's
around it.
infinite.
Right.
I
You
agree.
know, you
Yeah.
can't even
Point.
contain that.
That's true.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like our energy, you know, has always been there, you know, but that conscious observer transferred that energy.
Right.
It's what transfers it. It's like it's constant. It's always here,
I feel like it's also perfecting itself. Like,
evolving.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's constant evolution. You know, it's like your total, who you are is your soul. You know what I'm saying? And life is like a journey of finding your soul. That's all it is, you know. But you know, I've read good quotes. You know, saying things like you would never find your soul if your mind is entangled in, you know,
Nonsense.
the projections of that soul. You know, the appearances of that soul,
Yeah,
appearances
like
of that
you-
reality, your thoughts. You know, your forms of your mind, thoughts, your feelings, emotions. Your
Yeah.
mind is attached and entangled in that.
You can't be subjective to like the outcome. And
Exactly.
results.
You know,
You can't be given to that.
right.
Yeah.
You miss like the picture as a whole. You only defining yourself off of just mere moments.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, parts. You know, so
Like vanity.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
a lie.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. You believe in the hype of what
It's-
motherfuckers have told you that you are, or
Right.
what you think that you are.
Exactly.
That's when
It's
you.
like I feel like
that's
also
when you
as
fall.
well, when you stop just believing in know, like if you just start knowing that you're in control of everything that's going on, you just know
It
that
shifts. Everything
shifts.
Everything shifts
it's
immediately.
like, well, I have control of everything.
Because it is you. Everything is you. So
Yeah.
like immediately, what you I always say, what you seek, seeks you. It's like whatever you focus on, you're right. It's focusing on you too.
Like when you seek knowledge will find
knowledge
you.
is
Knowledge will
It's gonna find you.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know.
Because
I feel like I just meditated a little bit.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what's crazy? Like we've been
this is
like that book, Voice of Knowledge. Like
Yeah.
since the day we've been born, we've been focusing on the opinions of others since we were born. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been in that cycle so long that when we get older, we've been so lost and entangled in a false reality. You know,
program.
good or bad, true or false, it's still a program. You know,
Yeah.
until we actually go within that program ourselves and
And decode it.
decode
That
it and
book,
see,
reconnect
It
it.
made me look at life like it's actually a play.
Yeah,
Like a really a
Matrix.
play. You know what I'm saying? Because you are the main character.
You're the
You are
main
Neo.
character,
Everybody
right.
is the main character. Like,
Yes.
and maybe in the person that you're looking like you in my story, you're my secondary character, but you hold weight.
Exactly.
You got roles. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
stay centered with them roles. Like
That's
you
why-
stay centered with your. Like it's hard.
You know that saying, play your role?
Play your role.
is really deeper than
It's
just
deeper than what it's saying. Like,
motherfuckers saying
Exactly.
play a role, like literally play a role, but play a role to the best of your ability. Some
Yeah.
people just playing their role to play their role because they got the part. They don't even want the part, but
like this is
they-
what is. It just is like.
See, we
It's a choice.
we all are functions of the universe. You
Right.
know? And if you function properly, you know, what forms after that is what's supposed to be formed. It's perfection. It's good.
also-
Man, I'm good on that.
also this is what I wanted to add, like how you were saying, we are like programmed over time. And see, it's up to you at a certain point. After a certain point, you start realizing stuff, right? You get smarter. You start questioning things. Like I remember I questioned my mom back in the day. I said, so if I get an F, will I go to hell?
Yeah.
Like, does school matter this much? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I do bad in this, is God gonna be mad at me because I failed this test?
Wow, that is a very
Yes.
genuine question.
Right.
Bruh, so
Like,
that's how programmed you are.
That's what I was gonna say. That's some heavy conditioning
Like
right
in
there,
church,
bro. That's-
yeah. Like I
damn.
remember how he was saying like I'm a jealous God, and how people saying, you know,
Yeah.
God always watching you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then after you get older, you realize that God has to have logic.
Exactly.
know what I mean?
You see how limiting that is when you put that on an individual?
Right,
It's so limiting.
and
Yeah.
it's like compressing. It's compressing
Exactly.
thoughts and actions because now you're
fear.
operating out of fear.
It puts fear in you. Like,
It-
yeah.
exactly. Now,
Exactly.
and who gains from fear? Who gains from my fear or from my worry?
Nobody.
Nobody,
The ego.
but the
That's all I
oppressor.
can say, Yeah.
The oppressor.
So-
Oppressor, the oppressor, yeah.
Because that keeps you grounded to a point where you're not gonna deprogram yourself and reprogram yourself. So that's
See, you know,
what you gotta do. You
what's
gotta
crazy about
deprogram and
that-
reprogram.
What's crazy about
Yeah,
that? How you
definitely.
said?
Ready.
That's this life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This game. Ain't no loving it, they don't love you back, man.
But when people think like that, like to say a God is jealous God and all that stuff, in your head you picture a actual man,
Yeah, being mad
a
at you.
human form, like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know. So that's already a limitation right there. And when your mind actually think that something
Yeah.
that's supposed to be beyond you is actually a human being just like you, like it's kind of
Because they gave it that white face.
exactly.
You know what I'm
Crazy to a
saying?
man. Like
Yeah.
it's looking down, pointing down at you.
Right.
All right, let's get the pain.
We gotta get the